Hi everyone, a big welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my end of the year TBR, my top priority books that I want to read before the year is up. I have 6 books to talk to you about today. I'm really excited for all of them, and I actually think all of them are from different genres, which is pretty fun. We have literary fiction and classics and poetry and YA and Christmassy goodness. I really hope you enjoy hearing me chat about these books. Of course, I would love to know what's on your end of the year TBR. Please let me know down below in the comments as we go. The first book that I really want to read soon is The Fell by Sarah Moss. This is a brand new literary fiction book that I have been highly anticipating. I do actually already have this one ordered. I just need to go down to my local bookshop and pick it up. It tells a story of a woman during a 2-week quarantine period when she goes out for a solitary walk on a deserted moor and ends up falling and badly hurting herself. I am a massive Sarah Moss fan. I have read and loved Summer Water by her and Ghost Wall. She is so fab. I will read anything that she brings out. She just creates the most wonderful, tense atmospheres in her books, and I'm really hoping for that from this one. I love that this one is set during a 2-week quarantine period. I expect it's going to explore themes of isolation, which I am super up for. I will be reading this one as soon as I get my hands on it. Next up, we have Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. This is a Russian classic written and set in the mid-1800s. It tells a story of a sophisticated, wealthy woman named Anna Karenina who is deeply unhappy with her life and ends up turning to the young, dashing Count Vronsky to fulfill her passionate nature. So I'm actually already reading this one. I've been reading it for a good few months now. I'm kind of reading it in a similar way to how I read Les Miserables last year, just reading it bit by bit, really taking my time with it and spending as much time as possible as I can in the story. That being said, I really would like to dedicate a real solid chunk of time to it in December. I feel like it's the perfect read to kind of cozy down with in the Christmas holidays. And I'm loving this so far, by the way. It is so epic and sweeping. There's this whole cast of characters in here. I'm loving all of the dialogue and the writing and the different locations. Really excited to spend more time reading this one. Next up, we have Oak by Katherine Towers. This is a brand new poetry collection that I was kindly sent this copy of by the publisher. I believe that it examines the life cycle of an oak, as well as its place in the ecosystem, the home that it provides for animals, and the practical and mythical role that it plays in the human realm. So this is going to be my next poetry read, and I'm very excited. I believe that it includes some longer form poems as well as some shorter ones. And I'm just really intrigued by this whole thing. I really like the sound of the themes. And for some reason, I just feel like November is the perfect time to read this. Also, how gorgeous is this cover design? So lush. Next up on my TBR is Ace of Spades by Àbíké-Íyímídé. So this is a pretty new YA thriller novel. I believe it came out this summer, set in a private, wealthy academy, seemingly filled with perfect students. This one tells the story of an anonymous texter named Aces who begins bringing 2 students' dark secrets to light. I'm really excited for this one. I actually picked it up kind of on a whim when I was in Waterstones recently, which is pretty much the most satisfying way to discover a new book, I think. I've heard that this book dives deep into the heart of institutionalized racism. It is supposed to be filled with shocking twists and peril and mind games. This just sounds delicious. I really think I'm going to like this. Getting into the more Christmassy reads now, the next book on my TBR is One More for Christmas by Sarah Morgan. This is a women's fiction romance type novel. It primarily tells the story of two adult sisters who both absolutely love Christmas, but this year they are going to be hosting their estranged tough mother who they haven't seen in years. So if you were following my channel last Christmas, you may remember that I absolutely fell in love with Sarah Morgan when I read her novel Three Christmas Sisters, I think. I hadn't successfully read romance books before then, let alone Christmas specific romance books, but Sarah Morgan did it for me. She got me into the genre and I am so grateful. This year I just knew that I had to read another Sarah Morgan. She has tons of Christmas books out there, and coincidentally I ended up running into this one in a charity shop, so here we are. You do not understand how excited I am to read this one closer to Christmas. I am hoping for a wonderful storyline and brilliant characters and lots of festive goodness. And the final book on my end of the year TBR is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I'm sure you all know what this one is about, but in case you don't, it is a short Victorian classic telling the story of the miserable Ebenezer Scrooge who does not like Christmas when one Christmas he is visited by some ghosts urging him to change his ways. So while I have read other Dickens novels, I haven't read this one in its entirety at least. I'm going to be listening to a specific audiobook of this one, the one that is read by Hugh Grant. I just think it is about time that I read this one. I really hope the audio is going to be great. It should be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. So there we have it, my end of the year TBR. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about these books. Please let me know if you've read any of these books. How did you find them? Where should I start? And like I said at the beginning of the video, I would really love to hear what's on the top of your end of the year TBR. What are you most excited to read? Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. As always, I appreciate you all so much. I hope you're doing well, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye.